We have so much to be proud of when I think about the success that we are witnessing here at the zoo. And, a lot of times people ask, okay, what's next? Are we going to grow? Are we going to expand? What possibly can we do to keep building this zoo? And I think we've just gotten started. I think about the momentum that we've had and the connections we've had with our community. And if we've come this far so quick, we're going to keep going. So our social media is really off the hook when I think about our size zoo and how much connection we have across the country. I mean, it has been remarkable. It's been an amazing tool to really tell our story and highlight the Potawatomi Zoo, not only across the nation, but across the world. Some of those stories will go viral, and it's just amazing to see 100,000, 500,000, even 1 million likes or responses to a social media post. Even just a cute picture of an animal doing something fun may not have a conservation message, but it's innately building that empathy for wildlife. It's getting people connected. It's that curiosity. They want to research it more. They want to know more about this information. So the social media is playing a huge role in connecting us. Our media have really embraced the zoo. They really like to tell the good stories.
It's Wild Wednesday.
I'm lucky enough to go on every week to WSBT's Hometown Living, do a segment called Wild Wednesdays, and we bring an animal on every week and we just talk about our mission and the importance of what we're doing, maybe some of the next events that are happening. They give us the opportunity to tell our story.
I'm telling you, this is the most therapeutic thing on earth, is to play with baby goats.
It's incredible.
One of the greatest examples of this relationship that we have with our local media was the story of Masamba, our white rhino, needing to leave the zoo for breeding purposes. We knew that our real purpose is that we're a conservation organization, that Masamba needs to spread his genetics and needs to breed. That's what we're about. So let's tell the story, and let's take this as an opportunity to educate our community about what's going to happen. And this is where WNDU Lauren Moss came in and not only just said that Masamba was leaving, but she told the story and she made it personal because she's got such a connection with the zoo as well. And it felt good to me to see a news outlet like that take it so seriously and really want to get the messaging in there of why we're doing what we're doing.
Masamba has been a star at the Potawatomi Zoo since his arrival in 2019. He's playful and loves scratches.
People say all the time, well, what's his favorite treat? He really won't even eat from them. He just wants scratches. He wants to be, they're wild animals. We have to respect them. He's big. He's 4,200 pounds, so we have to be careful around him. We wouldn't go in with him. But definitely if you're having a bad day or you're feeling a little down, you come out here and pet Masamba. He brings some happiness to you every day.
I can even tell you that firsthand.
Hey, Lauren, give me a thumbs up.
I mean, I know you've been out here many times and have met Masamba, and these opportunities are just great because it really allows us to be able to start getting that message of conservation out.
And Masamba's genes are considered valuable to the entire white rhino population.
We got to make sure that in 100 years, not only do we have rhinos in the wild, but we have rhinos in zoos.
Soon, he's moving to a 10,000-acre conservation center in Cumberland, Ohio. Staff calls the news bittersweet.
When we first heard the news, it was, the initial reaction was like, absolutely not, we can't do this. But then we, obviously had to think about the bigger picture and why we are a zoo and why we do what we do, why we take care of these animals in captivity. And it is absolutely so important. It's the most important part of our job. We are so excited for him to actually do what he's meant to do.
I see the zoo really bringing us together as a community. It's the only zoo in the region. It's a safe spot for families. It's a place that other businesses want to be involved in. When I think about our relationships, just even with entities like the City of South Bend or Visit South Bend, Mishawaka, or the Chamber, these are all connections that are bringing the zoo even closer. We're all working together and uniting people and bringing people to the zoo, bringing people from when they're visiting here for work, they get to come to the zoo. We always dreamed that this day would come, that we'd be able to partner with these different organizations, partner with the community, and be able to have a give and take throughout the community.
The zoo wouldn't exist without people coming to the zoo. They're going to encounter not only the guest experience team, but the people that provide those experiences, from giraffe feeding to train rides to people selling ice cream cones. Like, these are all part of the zoo experience, and it keeps people coming back. So we do want them to enjoy those things, but they're going to explore and they're going to discover their own experiences at the zoo by how they interact with our animals. And essentially, that's the most amazing part of being a zoo in the community. This was a record-breaking year for the zoo. We saw over 400,000 guests come. We had visitors from all 50 states last year, 12 countries, all U.S. territories. I mean, it's really impressive what the zoo has been doing in the last few years. So by hosting major events at the zoo, it's a chance to get more people through the doors of the zoo, but it's also a chance to engage those people and introduce our mission. For instance, Zooluminate brought in close to 80,000 people. A lot of those people were not members. A lot of them were from the region. By hosting events, it gives us more reach to what we can do and allows us to do more with our mission here at the zoo.
What I think a lot of people don't realize is how much we're working with other zoos across the country. You know, being accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, we're held to a very high standard of modernizing our habitats, making sure that we're providing for our animals, and really, you know, walking the walk when we talk about conservation and guest amenities.
Some of the ways that we work behind the scenes with other zoos is through SSPs and tags and safe committees. SSPs are species survival plans. Tags are the taxon advisory groups. For instance, I'm the Andean bear program leader, and so I am in communication with all the zoos that house Andean bears in the population. And I fill out surveys for wants and needs, and then I work collaboratively with each institution to ensure the best move for every facility. This helps ensure genetic diversity and sustainability in the population, overall growth, because you not only have deaths, but you also have births, and you want to make sure that that's sustainable and that the population continues to have long-term goals of growing. Also, other zoos will reach out to us for information on how we care for our animals. We will reach out to other zoos on how they care for other animals. So it's always an ongoing collaboration to work together to do best practices for the animals. We want to ensure that we're all in the know of what the best way to care for these animals is.
But if you really talk about what our mission is as an organization, it's changed so much. We've gotten away from the cages, the bars, the concrete floors, and providing natural environments for our species, because it's really about education. We want to make sure that we're fostering our future conservationists and we're educating our visitors on what these animals are dealing with in the wild. If we're not doing that, then we're really truly not doing our job.
So one of the focuses of our mission here at the zoo is education, and that is true of AZA facilities across the country. The education department here at the Potawatomi Zoo is integral in our community outreach. We have hundreds of kids coming to enjoy our classes and camps. We have adult programming, and then our outreach programs are letting us reach those community members who are unable to visit us. We often are visiting like senior facilities, and we get people talking about when they came to the zoo before there was a fence, where they used to fish in the our front pond. We get kids who start coming to our Tiny Explorers, which is our pre-K group, and then they're also still with us when they're in high school, and now are volunteering. Some of our participants are lifetime members of the zoo, have been coming here since they were kids, and grandparents now sending their grandkids to camp. So you can see a generational impact with our education programs. So here at the zoo, we do also help in scientific research, and that is an important component of all of our AZA facilities. And what we will do is often partner with other AZA zoos. When all of the zoos come together, you get a large number of animals that you could be studying, and that's just going to give us better information. That information is hopefully going to help us have those animals have better care in the zoo, and then also hopefully help us conserve them better in the wild. So it's just helping the animals in general. Another aspect of the education department is our ambassador animal collection. We have so many different species, and all of the species are enabling us to tell a story about their wild counterparts. It's able to connect with people because they can see these animals up close. Sometimes they can touch them and they can actually interact with them, and that's going to help them feel more empathy, help them have greater caring for these animals, and then their representation for the wild species hopefully helps people want to help in conservation. A lot of kids and adults are just disconnected from nature and from natural spaces. Here's a place that they can reconnect to nature, and that just gives them more appreciation and then hopefully also more compassion towards wildlife and wild spaces. We have had definitely kids who come to classes and camps who are like, now I'm gonna be a veterinarian, now I'm gonna be a wildlife biologist, now I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be a marine biologist. And that's amazing to just help them ignite that passion that'll guide them through their future and hopefully make them great conservationists.
So we're about ready to introduce the next big step in the zoo, and it's a $48 million master plan. And you know, it's funny because when you look at this master plan, it seems like such a huge dream. But when I think back to 2016, when we were looking at our $37 million master plan and investing $25 million and getting giraffes and bringing in new habitats, it seemed like a dream. But our community stepped up and they made it happen. This next master plan has a massive $30 to $40 million rainforest in it that's going to have waterfalls, primates, birds. It has upgrades to the zoo for play areas so that we can bring families together and communities, building on our corporate picnics so that we can bring corporations and businesses in to be able to just make more and more memories. I am so excited to continue this growth of the zoo, continuing to bring our community together and just continue to wow people. If anyone thinks this is a dream, I'm telling you this dream is going to come true, and we cannot wait to make it happen.